my friends, for some professional welders, and about 5% operator, about 5%, I mean 5% of customers will choose the pulse function. A pulse function, when you say the two pulse function, please make sure you are the professional welders. Pulse. And for the AC, DC, they are for different material welding. For the DC function, it is for the stainless steel, carbon steel, red copper welding. And for the AC, they are for aluminum and brass welding. So for this machine, we'll show the AC operation. Here, please set to near control. Near control means the panel control. And for the remote control, you have to make sure you have the foot pedal. So please set to near control. Here, please set to welding. Here, please set to 2T. For the pulse function, please set to 2T. Pulse function and 2T. Okay, for the pulse and the AC function, these numbers can be adjusted. Firstly, it is for the pulse width. Pulse width can realize the width of the fish scale, the figure of the fish scale. The distance of the fish scale. I mean, here, it can realize the width of the fish scale, the figure of the fish scale. When the pulse width is high, and it will be large. The width will be large here. And when the pulse width is small, is low, here, the fish scale, the figure of the fish scale, from this, the distance is narrow. It is narrow, not so wide. Okay. For the pulse frequency realize the distance of the figure of the fish scale. The distance, when the pulse frequency is high, you can see it is dancing. Very narrow, concentrated. The figure of the fish scale is very narrow, concentrated, density, right? The density is narrow, concentrated. Okay, so when the pulse frequency is high, they are concentrated. The figure of the fish scale concentrated. Okay, when the pulse frequency is low, you can see the distance, density of the fish scale, of the figure of the fish scale, large, distant. They are distant from each other. Each one distant, not so concentrated. They are distant. They are distant. The fish scale are distant. Okay. And for the AC frequency, you can adjust the AC frequency according to the thickness of the plant you will weld. When you weld the thicker plant, please lower the AC frequency. So when you weld the thicker plant, please decrease the AC frequency. So thick plant, you need a low AC frequency. And for the thin plant welding, you need to increase the AC frequency. So for the thin plant welding, please increase AC frequency. For the clean white, the clean whites is for clean the film on the surface of the aluminum or brass. On the surface, the film on the surface of aluminum or brass, you can clean it. And then the amperage, you can adjust here. The amperage. This is the welding amperage, and this one is pulse amperage. The welding amperage is to be adjusted according to the thickness of the plant you will weld. When you weld the thick plant, please increase the welding amperage. And when you weld the thin plant, please decrease the welding amperage. For the pulse amperage should be lower than the welding amperage. It should be about 50% lower than the welding amperage. That's all.